Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming, and welcome back to our playthrough of Prison Architect Grug's Gulag. I realized last episode my mic was very poppy. I've rearranged it. Hopefully it's not as bad this episode. I'm sorry about that, folks. It might be just as bad this episode, in which case, sorry in advance. Listen to that. Look at this floor. Aknova has got to be the messiest warden ever. Just wipe your shoes, lady. And then over here, just this floor is a mess. There's just garbage everywhere. Look in the bathroom. I don't know what happened here. Just who would eat here? Who would look at the kitchen? How has no one died? Look at this kitchen. This is ridiculous. I'd also like to point out that there is just straight up bacon sitting out with no refrigerator. We should probably, yeah, we should probably stop that from being a thing. Okay, folks, in the last episode, we built this new expansion wing, and we were going to plan out how we're going to set up our cells in this new cell block. We have got our holding cell, but that's going to be overrun. We have 8 more prisoners. I don't know that 16 people will safely be able to be here. With that in mind, we need to be able to watch these prisoners. So to do that, we need to go ahead and we need to research patrols and put 3 guards on a patrol route. So we're going to go into bureaucracy. Since we have our security guard, we can go ahead and, as soon as the chief's office is ready, we'll be able to go ahead and start researching the patrols. So we need to watch out for that. While we wait on that, let's take a second and kind of plan out what we're going to do here. Let's go back to that planning stage, because that's just handy. So this is our cell block. I think what we want to do is we will put all the prisoners over here, along with some type of shower facility. And then I think over here we'll do the canteen in the kitchen. And, scratching my ear. Hopefully you didn't hear all that. As well as access to the yard for this part of the prison. And I think we're going to have different yards. I think at some point we'll be able to assign people to specific yards in the prison. Specific sections of the prison. Of course, I could be wrong. And this could all be a giant mistake. But what I'm thinking is we'll build a yard on this end of this prison for them to have their own little outdoor section away from what's going on up here. So, with our planning tool, let's take a look. The kitchen, you can see here, this kitchen can barely service all these people. So we need our kitchen to be a lot bigger, I think. So I think we need to go like maybe this big. I mean, is this too much for the kitchen? I don't know. I kind of like that for the kitchen. And then if we put the kitchen there, man, how do we want to do this? Maybe that is way too big for the kitchen. Yeah, that is way too big. Let's do that for the kitchen. That makes more sense. And then this will be the canteen right here. That makes sense to me. Is that big enough? Let's take a look. When we go to build a table, can we build it too wide? Yes. So we can put in tables too wide all the way up. I think that'll work out pretty good for the size. Maybe this kitchen is again just... Yeah, see? This is why the planning is useful. That's better. We'll make the kitchen that size. I think if we're just careful with it, we can fit everything we need into this kitchen. Okay, so there's our kitchen. Here's our canteen where everybody's going to eat. So we need a shower facility, and then I think most of this will be cells. So let's go ahead and figure out what the cells look like. And the shower facility. In fact, why don't we put the shower facility down here? I kind of like this too wide hallway idea. In fact, what I really like is if we do this. Oh, this is even better, because I am so worried about the canteen or or contraband getting into the cells. We're going to build a wall that goes like that. And then there is a one-door entrance. Yeah. There is a one-spot entrance to get in and out where you have to go through. We'll make it two so it's wide enough. There's a lot. But that way we can put metal detectors on the inside of this this door. If I just pause the part, it makes me sound like a genius. Okay. So, that gives us an entryway into here. You know what? That doesn't make sense. What makes more sense is if it's down here that they have to come in. We can do that. We can do a door here. I might do the double door. Don't know. But we're going to use this wall for a second reason. And that's because we're going to make a big old shower facility. And previously we built this kind of row of showers, and I think that worked out pretty well. So I think we're going to do like a row of showers and a row of showers. And actually, yeah, that sounds like a plan. This will be like a communal bathroom in case you get caught out of your cell and you're like, oh no, I gotta go now. That'll be built in here. So we will have a little section cut off, put in some extra toilets in here. That way you can smell the toilets. In fact, we'll put in some windows. That way as you're walking back and forth, you can just smell the food while it's going in, smell it while it's coming out. You know. And then this will be a shower room. So that'll work out there. Hopefully that's big enough for all of our prisoners. I don't know that it will be. Who knows? Who knows? So what we're going to do is cells have to be 3 by 2. So a cell needs to be... Whoop. A cell needs to be this big when we build one. So if we keep that in mind, we can build a whole row of cells against this wall. And we can just go ahead and mark these out. I don't know why a cell would need to be that big. Come on. This is not the luxury suites. This is prison. So we're going to build the walls here. Yep, that looks good. That looks terrible. That looks better. And that looks better. Okay. Perfect. So that actually worked out perfect for those cells. The cell doors will be on the left. There we go. So each one of these will be a cell for the prison. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing. Again, I think we only need a 1 space between cells. Do we need 2 spaces? Does there have to be a lot of room? Yeah, it looks better with 2 spaces. So we're going to draw a thing there. And then if I've done this correctly, let me see. Have I done this correctly? Or am I out of luck? 1, 2, 3. So we have a dividing wall. Oh, look at this. I think this is going to work out well, folks. I think for once we didn't screw up. Oh, we screwed up. Okay. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a common area down here so that you'll have, I don't know if you've seen prison shows or whatever, but they always have this little section that's like there's a bunch of tables, and actually it's always in the center. You know what? Let's do this instead. Let's make it like one of those shows. So we have these cells that kind of look in, and then we've got, well, we should have the same cells across this side here. Everybody's going to flow past. This is Bill's cell. Everybody hates Bill because they all have to put up with him yelling at them when they walk by that he's asleep. Don't wake me up coming back from the canteen. And they don't like that. In fact, why is this not lined up? Because I'm an idiot. Alright. So again, same thing. Mark these cells out. Ooh, remember, a big part of prison life is the tedium. And that is part of a prison architect's life as well. So we're going to build these cells out. Alright. That looks cool. And then we'll line up the doors as well. Oh, this is going to be amazing. We won't have enough money to construct all this, but at least we'll have it planned out. Okay, so that gives us a pretty good number of cells. Again, we're going to put... we can put some cells down here as well. Some extra... I think some extra cell block. I think up to here. Yeah, that'll work. And then... it actually doesn't have to be that wide. Oh no, that's perfect. Okay. So like that. Let's see how this works out, shall we? Planning on the fly here. Alright, cool. So we got ourselves some extra cells. It doesn't all line up perfect, but you know, it can't always be perfect. If it was, then there'd be no one in prison to begin with. And we would have nothing to do. And that would just be sad. Okay, so we kind of got ourselves planned out for this area. This looks kind of dumb, but we know what's going on. And then we're going to have a common room, but also we need solitary. And one thing I always liked is the idea that, like, the guys in solitary are getting laughed at and by everybody in the common room. If you ever watched Oz, a great prison show, the guys in solitary, they are just not having a good time. So we're going to put some solitary cells right here where people can look in and watch and see what's happening. Cool. And also they can bang against these walls. These guys here can get all angry at them. It'll be great. So that's kind of the basic layout of what we're going to do for this cell block. And I think that only leaves the need for a yard access. So let's do some thinking. People are going to come in here. They're going to come in through here. We want to control access to the yard. We probably want to do it right here. So the yard, you'd come out a little thing like this. And let's save some money. We'll use the side of the building. That's just dumb. Just be dumb not to. So if we do this, we'll give them a pretty spacious yard. And they don't need that much yard. We might have plans. Actually, what we'll do is we'll make a little hallway that you'll go down. And then the yard access will be right here. And the yard will be shaped like this. Cool. This will be the yard. It'll be nice and big and spacious for them, for if all these guys are out there. But it won't take up a lot of space. And it leaves us enough room. I'm hoping to build a perimeter fence eventually. So we'll be looking at doing that eventually as well. But, oh, that's going to be expensive. So, this doesn't need to be here, is our layout. I like it. So we can advance time finally. Ooh, we got to build these walls. Let's see. Let's get in here. Let's build some walls. So again, the canteen, that is the most important. And again, you're entering the canteen right here. I wish that it would delete those when you're in the planning, out of the planning stage. Build this wall here. We have electricity run all the way down here, but we don't have a lot of water figured out. And this is before we do anything. Before we even get our world going. Let's put in a bunch more power. There we go. So we're about to make a giant increase in the amount of prison that we have. How are we always out of storage? This is just dumb. Like, can we do this? and just build more storage space because I'm tired of this stuff laying around our prison. That probably just screwed up the whole thing, but whatever. Let's see. How's our... Oh, our guy's in his office? Cool. Let's go ahead and research some patrols, because we're going to need that to finish out our security procedure. Get some extra gold. Extra gold? Wow, you can tell what type of games I've been playing. That way we can get to more money in the bank for this expansion. This is going to be expensive. So we're going to build those walls. And let's go ahead and put in the doors. Large jail door if you're coming in the canteen. And same thing, let's put in a staff door right against that wall right there. They haven't finished this. Oh, they have. Cool. In the meantime, we're going to get rid of this little wall. We're going to put a rubbish bin there. This is going to be the overall plan. Let's speed up time a little bit here. No reason to just sit around and wait while we're just building things. Guards? Seriously. Get in there. I know the prisoners are going to be upset about their conditions. I'm sorry, it happens. Soon we're going to have to worry about our regime as well. Ooh. We have all 10 guards up and running. That looks good. We're making $73 a day. That's not so good. Hopefully this will help us out with that, because, woo, we are barely in the positive. What are we spending all of our money on? Workman wages, staff, food. We've had almost 1 day without incident. Corporation taxes. They're taxing us? I can't believe that. Those jerks. This is a public service. They should know that. I mean, really. I do like this. Okay, cool. So that rubble's there. What we're going to do is I'm going to put a rubbish bin right here. That way if we find anything, we can just throw it away. Who knows what's going to happen with these metal detectors. They may or may not work out. I just don't trust the community of our prison. Alright. Well, that worked out pretty well. So, for this kitchen, we can't hire any extra cooks yet. Everyone's going to have to rely on these two guys doing their best. Hopefully. Let's figure out, though, what this looks like. We need to get water down here. So let's go ahead and put in some water pipes. We'll just go to there for right now. And do a little bit that way. And we'll go this way. Oh, is this expensive? This is expensive. Alright. And we'll go down this way. And we'll go back this way. That'll all make sense when I go to put in the individual bathrooms and everything in all those cells. But until then, that'll have to be it. Our patrol's coming along nicely. Looks good. Everybody's hustling and bustling. I really wish we could clean this. He's researching patrols. Look at him working. Taking a rest. The chief thinking about Griswalda. Cool. I think our patrols are done. Our danger level is low. That looks good. So, in research, no, patrols are not done. The bar was filling up. I thought it was the bar for patrols. Turns out I was wrong. Oh, Griswalda, please, please, please go tell Aknova that she needs to clean. That's just getting to be ridiculous. Alright, what are we at? 10 grand. How did that guy just walk through a wall? This does not bode well for our prison security. In the meantime, we can't lose sight of our prisoners. In here? Oh, everybody's upset. They're all getting cranky. Let's see what's going on with this guy. He is... Oh, we don't have any psychology, so we have no idea what's going on. We can't tell. Ooh, we'll find out eventually how these people feel. But once we have the Iron Fist of Patrols in line, we should be good. Let's see. We're almost there, I'm assuming, on patrols. 2 hours. Okay. These walls got built. I'm just afraid to spend all of our money. Oh, we're about to have more prisoners show up. So, here we go. Influx of cash. There we go. Our cash flow increased 846. We can finally afford to spend a little more. Here they come. The new bus full of jerks. We have 8 prisoners with serious complaints. Oh, everybody's getting their shower. It's 8 in the morning. Everybody's getting cleaned up. The water is not draining out. Oh, this looks great. Hey, how about, you know, when people are showering, this could be a fight. You never know. It's when people get shanked. But until then, we got Davies, we got Platter, we got another Levers. Stillwell, look at this. I don't see any gang members. So at least there's that. Looks like we only have the one gang member so far. Gotta see these guys turn around. Nope. Nope. So we're looking okay as far as the gangs go. Again, we're still bringing them in like, hey, look at how terrible it is in here. This is your life. Enjoy it. Okay. We probably don't have nearly enough food. We probably need to hire another cook. Let's see how the food piles up here. Figure out how that is. In the meantime, back to work. Let's see. When did we put that water? Right to here. The reason I did that is we're going to build our sink down here. Where's our sink? Where are the sinks? Maybe if I make this a kitchen, it'll go, hey, you're looking at a kitchen, and then it will show me kitchen items. Ah, look at that. It's smart that way. Alright, so we need a sink. We need 2 refrigerators. Same thing as the other kitchen. Nothing too fancy here. Refrigerator, refrigerator. Cookers against this wall. Let's put in a couple cookers. We have the extra money right now, because this is going to be our big... Like, this is our big expansion area. Again, we need that trash cans. Trash can is important. Alright. So with that in mind, we need to hook up some electricity and utilities. We'll have to wait for all that to get installed. Let's get our... figure out our staffing lookout. So we need a couple more cooks. 2, 3, 4, 5 extra cooks. And I think I would like some extra guards as well. I don't mind putting the money into the guards. They cost a bit, but better to have more guards than not enough guards. Especially because patrols are almost done. 8 minutes to go. Let's see if it pops anything up. Oh, it's right there because we're doing the research on it. Come on. Alright. Patrols are done. We can now assign guard patrols. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a guard patrol here. Oh. I'm going to put one in the showers. And I'm going to put one in the bathroom and holding cell area. Like that. So that guy kind of wanders the holding cell, the other guard, the showers, and let's have another guy, let's have him patrol the canteen, just to make sure people are doing what they should be doing. There we go. I think I screwed this up. There we go. Yes, I did. I don't seem to understand how this works. There we go. Let's see if that works. We completed our grant. Gave us a little more money. What grants do we have available right now, actually? So, oh, we got all kinds. Inmate health, prison maintenance. You know, prison maintenance is our next thing we're getting at because we're falling apart. So, let's go to our research. And let's research the maintenance type. Because I don't know if you've looked at the floors recently or in here, but it's a mess. So we got a ton of new prisoners that showed up. Ooh, what's this? Apparently we found a random dead body and a whole kitchen just walked by below us. I have no idea what that Polaroid's about, but it's a little gruesome. A little gruesome to be looking at. We do have plenty of guards. What's going on out here? There's an awful lot of craziness happening. Oh, they're just running around as they got nothing to do. That's okay. That is okay. This is kind of funny. If one guy could come unlock this door, just one guy is all we need. Get down here. Unlock the doors for him. Thank you. Woo! Get all this installed. Look at this. This is quite possibly the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. These are already hooked up to power because I'm a genius. These, however, are not. But we can do that. And we need to run a little bit of water to that sink. We need to run a long pipe down here. And I need to run some more pipe down this way. And put in these walls. A little bit at a time, folks. How do you get into this? Do we need a door? Do we put a door here or not? I'm not sure. Or do you just walk in? No, you just walk in. This doesn't need a door. So let's go ahead and... yeah, you just kind of mosey on in anytime you need to use it. And then same thing here. Oh, it will have to have a door because... no, it won't, because that won't be a holding cell, so that's fine. Let's see. The showers. We're going to have entrance, exit right there. I'm going to get rid of that planning stuff. Cool. Where are we at for time? Where are we at? 25 minutes? I think we can get this done. I want to make sure that this gets installed. That everything is up and running. Did we not run piping to here? Oh, they just haven't installed it. Okay. Just waiting on that guy to get there. The sink is installed. This kitchen is up and running. We need to get more serving tables, set up this canteen, set up these showers, and did I not build a wall there? Was this not good enough? Someone just brought these bricks over and just dropped them on the floor? Someone's bad at their job. Jerks. Oh, we also need another large jail door right here. And right here. Control is our motto. Sweet! That pipe got built. This pipe hasn't been built yet, though. Can we put that in, please? As instructed. Awesome. We have 23 prisoners showing up. So we need to get ready for those 23 prisoners. That's probably going to happen in our next episode. I think we're going to... wait, why do you not have power? Why does this refrigerator not have power? What is going on here? Who is in charge around here? I want a name. I want a phone number. Okay. We're doing okay for power overall. Looks okay. This will be connected. That refrigerator will be working. And then we will need to finish prepping this for this influx of prisoners, which should be happening in the next episode of Gaming with Grug. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please tell your friends, and as always, we hope to see you soon.